All right, so a couple things we want to do is first we want to get this dash in. Then I think we're going to clean up our tools a little bit, clean out the tub of all the garbage. That way we can get the top done. I'm only going to go ahead and bolt the dash down, the dash pad down. I'm not going to worry about putting the gauges and stuff in quite yet until I get the top up. But I figured I'd go ahead and get this dash pad in, and then I want to paint the steering column before I put everything back in anyway. That way it's not gray, it's black like the dash now. So I'll go ahead and get the dash pad done, and then I can go ahead and paint that before I do the other. I'll tape everything off. So let's get the dash pad in. All right, so that took a second. I keep pulling on this. Oh shit. I guess I need to tighten that up because that is not tight. It's kind of weird. Fucking almost hit me in the head. All right, so I got all the screws back in the dash. Got the 3 up there on the top of the glove compartment. Got all the ones that are here. The tab on the farthest corners broke off, so we're not going to worry about that. So I've got all this dirt and shit up in here. I'm going to wipe all that down. And I'll probably, when I spray this, I'll probably respray the dash as well. So next I'm going to do is go ahead and tape this off real quick, and then we'll come back and paint it. Well, it looks like I need to make a run to the store to pick up some more black paint. Thought I had a can and it was another empty can. Well, I got some of this sprayed down. I resprayed the dash a little bit to touch up all the scuff marks that I made. So yeah, the interior is going to be black. So I'll probably do the top on the inside is black too. I'm not sure. Do something on it. All right, well, I guess I'll go to the paint store or to the auto parts store and pick up some paint, and then I can finish this off. And then I guess while that's all drying, I'll go ahead and start taking the tops off and see about switching them. Okay, so I ran over, picked up some more of this Rust-Oleum acrylic enamel flat black, and I resprayed the dash, the pad, and the steering column. So I've got 3 coats on there now, so that should make everything last a little bit longer. So next thing I want to do is stand up the windshield. I still have to address that bar. I'm not sure what size the Allen or whatever Torx that is. I have a T40 and it's too small, so I'm thinking it's either a 50 or 55. It might even be a 45, but I gotta hunt one down because this tool kit that I have doesn't have that in it. But the first thing I can do is put the windshield up and at least get it bolted in, and then that should help get that thing sorted out. Yeah, I'm not sure why that one's hanging, but the bolt's definitely loose. All right, because of the new gasket, it doesn't want to come all the way back. So I have to get creative here. I got 2 things going on. I got to pull this frame back so that it squishes this gasket down so I can get this lower bolt in, but then I can also get these uppers. I'm thinking I might be able to put a ratchet strap maybe like on this crossbar and go from one side to the other, pulling the windshield back. I'd like to do it so that I don't crack the windshield, because that would be the best choice, right? Not to crack the new windshield. So all right, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. Whether I run a ratchet up and over to the corners and pull it at angles until I get it squared, or maybe hook onto the center there and go to the back. I will have to figure this out. All right, so I wrap my ratchets around the roll bar, dropped it over the windshield. I'm hooked in right here, and I'm just barely putting any pressure on it. I'm just trying to get this hole to line up, and it almost does on both sides. And then once I get the bottom one in, then I can work these top ones in. But yeah, the new gasket is definitely making it a little bit more challenging. All right, so that worked pretty good. Those are T40s. That's a T45. The straps pulled everything back into line, and that's when we found a problem. So got these all in and all tight. I'm going to double check these, but I did that one. So I was going to go ahead and tighten this one up because it is finger tight. At least I thought it was finger tight. And then I realized, I don't know if that's going to focus. Come on, focus. There it goes. It is sheared off, which probably means that the rest of this bolt is stuck inside of here in this pipe. So I probably need a new driver's side upper arm, because I don't know if I'll be able to get that piece of stud out of there. So, and of course I already had the windshield back in place when I realized that's what had happened. So that's that. So I'm not sure what this bolt does. I don't know if it's holding this piece. If that's the case, then maybe I can get it out. I don't know if I can take this bolt out and those two and slide this back far enough to get this off once the hard top's on, or if that's just going to be how it is and I could just tack weld this in place and call it a day. But I'm thinking it's this piece here. I think it's just this piece that goes inside the tube. So maybe I can get this out, take this bolt out, slide this out. It'll give me, actually, you know, that probably would work. I may not need to take the whole bar back out, or not. Well, I'll have to take the bar out, but maybe I only need this piece. I don't know what this looks like on the inside, because the CJs I had were all welded cages. I mean, I can always just weld that in place and call it a day. But yeah, broken bolt. All right, so I'm gonna finish tightening these two down, then I can remove the ratchet straps, and then I can start working on removing the top and cleaning this up so that I can get the seat flip forward and get it ready for that top. And since I had the black paint here, I went ahead and sprayed the bolt that I just put in and these, and I cleaned this up. There was a bit of a little surface rust, so I cleaned up these bolts and those little arms and painted them the same flat black as the frame. So I'm gonna let that dry before I put the pads back up. So yeah, I guess the next part will be to start taking the frame apart and cleaning this out. So I'm gonna go in the house and find a box so I can throw all the trash in it, and then I need to find another box to put all the tools in. But yeah, okay, that's where we're at. And I still got my bolts from my dash. I got some more bolts over here. All right, that's where we're at. Time to get moving. Well, making some headway. I've been sorting trash into this box, sorting miscellaneous bolts that I don't know where they go or ones I don't need anymore. I did find a small bulb that goes to like the indicator lights that go in the middle, so I'm gonna have to check the back of my cluster and see where that might have fallen out of. But I got most of the tools and everything cleaned up. Got a few things still to do in the back. I put all the tools up here on the hood. This is the collection I've been using to work on this thing, hammers and wrenches and whatnot. I got all my chemicals up here on the front bumper. So slowly we're getting to a point where we might be able to get everything off, but I want to get this area cleaned up enough so I can reach up underneath these rails and grab grab those bolts as we take them apart. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I am kind of thinking if I do these rails, I don't know if I can just unbolt the 4 bolts on each side and just pick it up without having to take it apart, and then I can just turn around and put it over there. That's the goal. So yep, I've got a few more things back here to clean up. That's where we're at. So let me get at it. Still got a bit to do. Okay, so that took a little bit of time. I cleaned all the tools out, made boxes and boxes and boxes and stacks. Moved the door. What I'm going to do with the door, these door panels are shot. I'm going to, I saw on eBay, they've got some ABS plastic ones. They're just the lower part. It's like 99 bucks for the pair. I think I'm going to do that, get rid of all the vinyl. I just want simple. They come in black, so. And then I'm going to do some sort of strap maybe for the door handle, and then I need to get new window cranks as well. But that should be easy to do. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to go around and unbolt all of the hardware for the soft top off of this Jeep, set it aside, and get ready to transplant it from that Jeep. I still have to figure out if I'm going to replace this or just fix it. It's got a pretty good bow in it, so who knows. So all right, so yeah, I'm going to take a quick break and then back in a little bit. All right, so I need to take off that stripping across the front windshield, and I need to get the bolts out of this. So we have 4, 6 on each side plus 2 screws. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go get me a little baggie so that I can put them all in. That way I don't lose them. And I can put all the screws from that in, and then I'll set all this stuff to the side. And that way I can get ready to back that one up to this one and swap the top. All right, let's see how long this takes. Okay, so relative ease. None of the bolts were frozen. They all came right out. I put everything in that plastic baggie. I haven't done the front windshield yet. I'm going to do that in a second. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to set this frame down for a minute while I get things organized. Kind of tight spaces, but I think I have a spot over there I can set it in for right now. So I should be able to just pick it up and go with it. So I'm going to take one of these bungee cords and wrap it around these 2 poles. That way they don't go everywhere, and hopefully that keeps everything in one piece. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is to release the 2 straps, and then for me the front rail is 8mm bolts. They might be 5/16 for other people depending on, but we'll get these straps out of here and then we'll get that front rail off, and then we're ready to back that Jeep up to this one. Well, first thing I got to do is go inside and get my new rubber seal, and I'll lay those down. But let's get this stuff off first. Alright, so I bought this seal kit for, they call it weather stripping kit. Comes with a little tool to punch the holes out. So I'm going to wipe down all of the surfaces with some brake clean that the seals are going to go on. So we got 3, 1 on each corner and 1 across the front. So we're going to do that. So we're going to wipe this down real quick, and then we'll install the seals, and then we're ready to do this, I think. Alright, so one of the pieces was exactly the correct length, and the other one I was short about 2 inches, 3 inches or so. No big deal. I mean, it's not like it's got to be perfect. It's just basically there to keep it from squeaking. But we're golden. Actually, we don't even need that much because the way this sits, it's not all the way to the edge. And I took it all the way to the edge, so I could actually cut that other one back once I get the top on. So that'll be fine. It'll trim up and everything will be golden. All right, so the next thing I'm going to try to do is find the holes. One side of this tool is tapered. It's got a sharp edge. It's got a flat edge, so you can bang on it with a hammer. And then I'm going to go around here and see if I can find the holes and drive out the center so that those hardware goes through. Okay, so I went around with the little tool and poked holes in all the little spots. So we have that. I just have the front seal to do, so I'm going to climb up there next, put the front seal in, then I'm going to put all these tools out of the way so I have a place to step, and we should be about ready to do this. I think I just have the one bolt on each side I need to do, and then there's a latch thing here on the tailgate. We're going to pop that little plastic thing so we can open the tailgate as wide as we have that one, so that I can get as close as possible so that I don't have but a half a step to take. Okay, so I ran a ratchet strap across the top and above the roll bar, and that way when I pick it up I have something to sort of hang on to and balance it, because there's not a whole lot to hang on to because it's kind of a odd shape. Of course, it is windy as fuck today, so we're going to give this a shot. We'll get this thing backed up and hopefully this will go smoothly. If not, I'll be having a video of how to do fiberglass repair on a top that you dropped on the ground. Okay, so seals are all in place. We should be good. I got this one weird one here, but we'll make it work somehow. All right, let's get on it. Okay, I got it to about there. So I was able to pick it up and move it, no problem, but it is so windy today that when I try to stand up to turn, the wind catches it and wants to blow me off the thing sideways. So I think what I'm going to do is, since this is all ready to go and it's already off, my neighbor should be home in the next couple of hours. I'm just going to have him come over and we're just going to pick it up and turn it around. We'll just roll this Jeep forward, back up, spin it around, and set it up on top. I think that would be the safer option, to have two people doing this instead of me doing it in the wind. Like I said, the ratchet strap up there worked really good. I have good balance and control over it. But the second I stand up tall enough to clear this bar, the wind picks up and it's a little hair raising. It tried to push me off a couple of times. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to wait and play it safe. All right, so I'll be back in a little while once the top's over there. Okay, and just like that, it has a hard top. So what ended up happening is my buddy broke down on the way home from work, and his Jeep just died on him. He had his O2 wire ground out against his exhaust and shorted out the fuel relay wire, so had to talk him through that on his way home. But once he got here, he helped me pick that top up, spin it around, and drop it on the Jeep. Looks pretty good. It's just sitting on there right now, so tomorrow I'm going to come out here and bolt it down. I'm not sure. It's a little high in the front, and it might be because of the gasket I used. It's a real thick gasket, so that might be what's kind of keeping it kind of up in the air. So I'm thinking about throwing a ratchet strap around the top and cinching it down until it's close to where the holes line up. Actually, I was thinking about either using some sort of like marine clamp that latches over and pulls down so that it locks tight. I'm thinking about doing something like that, but I still need to bolt it back down. So the choices are, right now this is kind of grayish blue. I was thinking about doing the Jeep in all green, but my neighbor's like maybe a dark tan as the top, and I'm like, well, that might work. I definitely going to do the interior in black so that everything's black in there, because I am going to run some green LEDs around the trim. That way at night at least there will be some light in here if you need it. Do have some fiberglass work to do in this one back corner. It's got a crack, but that's not too bad. We can fix it. And I do need to find this panel for the rear piece. So we'll have to do that, but not too bad. So yeah, so this would have worked. Me picking it up and turning it around wasn't too bad. Like I said, it was windy as hell today, and it was like picking up a giant kite, so that was going to be bad. So tomorrow I will probably work on both of these. I want to get this one out front, get it hosed off, and then put the soft top on it and get some pictures. So that will be that goal. And so thanks for watching. Have a great day.